Okay. Numbers 9 and 10, let's do these together. It says, write two equations that could be used to model the diagram below. Well, let's see. I noticed whoever did this is going 1, 2, 3, 4 to the positive side. And then they're backtracking 1, 2, 3, 4. So one way I could write this is I could say, well, this is 4 minus 4. And it equals, it's asking for an equation. So we need to put an equal sign, equals 0. So that would be 1, but it's asking me for 2. Now, I have to think here. So I could say 4 minus 4 is equal to 0, or I could say that 4 plus, well, subtracting a positive 4 is the same as adding a negative 4. Both of them are going to take us more negative, and in this case, 4 plus negative 4 equals 0. So that's our answer for number 9. Let's take a look at 10. It says, which 2 points that Ethan plotted above represent which of these have a sum of 0? Sum, meaning if I add them together, and 0. Well, let me take a look. I notice right off the bat that H and F are opposites. H is at 6. F is at -6. So I think that's my answer. I'm going to write H plus F equal 0. And this is, if I added this together, well, that's the same as saying 6 plus -6 equals 0. Anytime in my explanation here, I'm just going to write, these are additive inverses. Oh, I just misspelled that. Additive inverses always are equal to 0 when we add them. That makes sense. I won $6 and then I had to give it back. So I'm back to 0. Let's take a look at B. It says, what's the sign of the sum of E and H? Okay, H I already figured out. That was 6. E is right next to -10, but a little more positive, so that's -9. So -9 plus 6. Well, if I start at -9, I mean, there's a few ways we can do this. We can simply add them together. And why don't we start there? So if I start at -9 and then I add 6, I'm going positive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That takes me to, well, here's my 0, -1, -2, -3. So I know it's going to be negative. And I just explained by showing on the diagram up here. But I could also figure out that, look, if E, the absolute value or the distance from 0 to E, because that is greater than the absolute value of H, I know that it's going to have to be more negative because my negative number has a greater absolute value. We're going to leave it just like this. We're going to say the sign is going to be negative, and for the explanation, we'll say see annotations above. Boom.